going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Stev Plays Games YouTube video. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Driver's Career Mode series. Gonna let you guys know this is a little post-com because the audio in the intro messed up. It's horrible, it's bad, it's crackly. I did work to fix it, it didn't work, but we're moving on. I'm a year post-com. We're going to get you a better intro. As you can see, we have a secret meeting, but we're going over, we're looking at the standings, and we're taking a look. Before this race, I had every intention of, feeling good, feeling like I was fighting for the Drivers' Championship this season, I had 2 podiums. I was feeling very good. You'll just have to watch this race to see what happens. That's all that needs to be said about that. But we're taking a look. I'm in 3rd in the driver standings for now. We'll have to see what happens. But we're going to go ahead, get into the secret meeting. And it's Red Bull. It's Red Bull. So, that's lovely that Red Bull wants me. Because this is the first conversation, I am going to continue talks. And I had like a whole hype thing before. But we'll just have to see. Will I continue the talks, or will I decline those talks in the future? We'll have to see. We'll have to find out my reasoning later. But for now, we are going to continue these talks with Red Bull because it feels good. It feels good to be wanted. And I also was definitely thinking, hey, sometimes to get that cuter girl, you got to talk to a different girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, fellas. But that was definitely the thought process right here with that. I was like, if I talk to Red Bull, maybe McLaren comes calling. Maybe Mercedes comes calling. But do I really want to be in a Red Bull car? I don't know. But we're going to take a look at the R&D real quick. We got 979 to be spending. So might be able to get a little something done here. You know me, always looking at the powertrain. Love the powertrain for some upgrades, but taking a look at durability. I also don't mind doing the durability just because I do feel like it is somewhat important. Ooh, sorry guys. I just had to cough, had a little coughing fit, but we got those upgrades in, got those upgrades done. But we are going to come here. It's Bahrain. And I will catch you guys in quali. Alright guys. Welcome back. We are here in Q1 in Bahrain. And let me tell you what. I'm not excited for this episode. And what is about to be put out. Because dude, I was feeling so good. I was so excited to be recording these episodes, and then this episode and next episode happens, so just bear with me, but we're in Q1. We did decide to go on a second lap. I am P11, probably didn't need to. I only ended up going P9, so we should make it out of Q1 into Q2, as yes, it's exactly what we did. Believe I only went for 1 lap. This qualifying session felt a little bit better.
Right, that's us pushed down into
I said,
P15.
hold my beer mark. Don't worry. I'm not worried about P15. We go P9 again. Not feeling the quickest around Bahrain, but we do make it into Q3. Very happy about that. But I'm not happy about the race result, as we will get into that. But we cross the finish line in Q3. We go P6. That's actually not bad. I was not expecting a P6
Lando
finish.
Norris will
So
lead
we'll
us
see where
away
we
from pole
line up
position,
here. I'm gonna
just
hand it
ahead
over
of
to the
George Russell,
commentators,
who starts this event from P2.
and we'll go
Looking
from
down
there.
the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Leclerc, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Albon, Verstappen, Sunshine, Gasly, and Lewis Hamilton, Piastri, Sonoda, Ollie Behrman, Doohan, Hadjar, Stroll, Nico Hulkenberg, and Gabriel Bortoleto. Ocon and Franco Colapinto rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
All right, gang. You got the starting grid. We're lining up P8. And we're just going to have to see how this goes as we line up to the grid. And we wait for the 5 red lights when Mark shuts up. We wait for the 5 red lights. And we're off. Don't know why there was a slight jump cut right there. Might fix that in the post. But we are racing down into T1. We're going to see if we can do a little bit better of a job bustling and hustling in there. I go very, very deep on the brakes. But hey, I'm like, we're going to try not to use and abuse the rewinds moving forward. Trying to get better and better and better. He says until episode 8, I believe, is when I got a little something cooking up. But anyways, Charles Leclerc pangs into me, just forgets I'm there, I guess, but I'm getting my elbows out because of that. And we're going to stay ahead of Charles. We got the medium tires on. We got Antonelli and Sainz up there. Sainz on the hards, Antonelli on the softs. Kind of very interesting seeing the difference in tires this race. But did not feel good this Bahrain. I don't know what it was. I've been to Bahrain. I mean, you saw Bahrain last year. Wasn't great then, but I was feeling really good. I know Bahrain, but for some reason, I was just losing pace. I was just not dialed in how I needed to be dialed in. And because of that, we are going to suffer this weekend. We are going to suffer. And that's not what we want, but it is what happens. As Lando Norris takes the fastest lap, I'm chasing down Carlos Sainz, feeling good, using a little bit of ERS. Don't have the DRS just yet. It did just get enabled. So we will have it moving forward. But just trying to creep. And see, it's like right there, you wouldn't notice that I'm not feeling the best. I mean, that was a pretty decent turn 1, turn 2 right there. I mean, normally I'm locking up brakes, going deep consistently. I mean, it's horrid. But we did very well. We're catching Carlos. So it's like early doors, it feels good. But then this is the thing about motorsports or sim racing. I say that as if I'm in the car. I'm not in the car. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it amazes me about the real life drivers. Because, bro, as you will see in this race, focus drops off. Why it dropped off, I could not tell you. But that is what happened. And it's amazing to me that these drivers are able to focus for as long as they can and just do certain things subconsciously. I mean, I understand it as practice. And it's funny because racing and playing some of the F1 or some of the other racing games, I want to get better, so I want to practice. And it's made me then practice in other areas of my life because I want to get better at that. And I just realized that practice is important. And all of this is to say, it just amazes me, drivers' focus levels and how they're able to focus, their mental capacity for the things. I mean, it really is amazing. And so, I know that might sound silly, but that's just things that I noticed. Because again, those first 2 races felt great, felt good. I did well. Podium. You'll see in this race what happens and where it goes. And again, all because of focus. all because I just was not able to focus as well as I am previous and in other times. And so Charles Leclerc is trying to get a move done on me, and I'm just saying, no sir. No sir, buddy. I want this P5 right now. I'm gonna fight. And I'm causing a little DRS strain because they can't pass me, but they're not slow. And so I'm not gaining enough to leave them in the dust. And so I find it funny that I am the cause of the DRS train, not the AI for once. And so Charles does get the move done this time. We did have a little yellow flag back there. Believe it's going to be Isaac Hadger. Something's up with him. We are going to take a look at what went wrong with him here in a bit. But I got my own problems to focus on. I got my own things. Yes, Isaac Hadger is out of the session as Gasly is trying to go up my outside. Well, my inside, sorry. And he does get the move done, but I'm getting on the power. Very quick. Very well done from me. Gasly does have DRS. He is feeling good, but I'm just pedal to the metal right now. And I'm going to go a little late on the brakes just to see what can happen, and it did not work for me. It was my learning moment right there, and we don't need to hit the rewind button because we're learning. We are learning. And sometimes you're going to make those mistakes. But you got to push the car. You got to find that limit. And that's what I'm trying to do. But we are going to, here in a second, take a look. There it is. I was like, race director is going to bring us over. And we are going to take a look, listen in to Isaac Hadger and what's going on with him. And as you can hear, I don't know if you can hear, but as you can hear, he is having some mechanical problems. That's the third race, second race at least, where we've had mechanical problems. 3 races in, 2 out of the 3 races, mechanical problems already. Very interesting. Would like to know who their manufacturer is so I can steer clear of that one. But anyways, we're getting back into my own race. We are going to skip ahead here in a bit because I do keep Piastri behind me for long enough. I do believe Piastri right here does dip off into the pits if I'm not mistaken. No, I am mistaken.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on soft. Penalized if we exceed.
Very much mistaken. Sorry, I had a hair in my mouth, but we skip ahead to lap 8. We are going to be coming into the pits here very soon, if not this lap. Yes, it is this lap. We're hitting the pits. We were P4, but Oscar Piastri might have just undercut us. We're going to have to see how this pit stop goes. If we can get it done quickly and concisely to get out in front of Piastri. That is the aim of the game, and that is the goal.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate.
Perfect job, yes, but can we get out of the pit lane? That's the aim of the game. Oscar's coming down, and we might lose. Yep, the undercut did work from Oscar there. It's not what we want to see. He is ahead of me. We are P8 now, with Lewis Hamilton behind me, and we are going to fight for this P8. Let me tell you what, we're not going to give up the P8. But again, going from podiums to P8 is not what you want. And a lot of this race, I'm going to be honest, I was not dialed in. I was not, I felt good beforehand, but for some reason, I just could not dial into my braking points. I could not dial in to the game, and it was not for lack of trying. It was not for lack of wanting to. I had planned on recording, and it's just interesting how that works. And so I apologize, I keep noting it, but it's just interesting how that works. Because I could hop in any other game, be decent mediocre at for hours on end. This game, not the case. And I like that. It's what I think is what keeps drawing me back to it, is there is that steep learning curve, and I'm not just, it's not just a pick up and play type of game for me. I do have to put some time in, learn it, and I like that. For me, I'm liking that. And so we keep it moving, we keep it pushing, but we hit the rewind button right there. We're trying to get this move back done on Liam. Bro, I don't know why I said that. We get the move done on Lewis Hamilton. I know his name.
Brilliant. Nice move. Keep going.
That's embarrassing. That's like, it's not a nobody. Anyways. It's just been, this whole episode, this whole race weekend has been an absolute mare from me. Not the team, not anybody else but myself. And I have to take responsibility for that. Because it does get better. Some of the races do get better, and I do get dialed back in. I do think some of the other teams their cars are getting a little bit better, and it's getting more.
Okay, gap ahead.
What's the word I'm looking for?
3.4 seconds.
Apparent that certain cars are equal to other cars, but we are going to hold off Lewis Hamilton. Yes, I promise I know his name, and I will apologize immensely forever to that man, because he is a go. But we hold off Lewis.
Okay, pick up
We keep
rubber and bring it
P8.
home.
We should have done better. We could have done better. Granted, I'm using, the bog standard setups. I'm not doing anything to these cars. I don't know enough to be doing things like that. But I still feel like I could have extracted more out of the vehicle right there. But we'll take P8. We'll take points. But it's not looking good for the Drivers' Championship, as Lando Norris does get another win. I think that's 3 on the trot for him. 3 on the bounce.
Well, that was certainly an exciting
Good for
weekend of
Lando.
Formula One. Be sure to join
George
us for
Russell getting
more
a
exciting
second.
Formula One action
That's good for
very
him in
soon.
the Drivers' Championship, but not good for me. Not good for me. But I will leave it there for today, folks. I just want to say I really appreciate you tuning in to today's episode. I know that the episode was not, in my opinion, it didn't feel as good as other episodes, and that's probably because we were starting to get some podiums, and that's a good sign. It's a good sign to be feeling down about a P8 instead of happy about a P8, and so I will note that, I will say that. But thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for the journey. We're on the road to 50 subs, so leave a like, leave a sub. But we'll get into Saudi Arabia in the next episode. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.